Tonight on Zing's Apocalypse, we're talking zombies. Here with us are Andrew Coots. Andrew, how do you do?
Good, how about you?
Just fine. We have Joseph Evans. Joseph, how are you doing?
Good, how about you?
Just fine. And my good friend, Paul Woods. Paul, how are you doing tonight?
Good, how are you?
Just fine. And of course, our special guest star, the ghost of Archduke Ferdinand.
That's just a trick.
All right then. So, when I say zombies, most people think about the undead strolling the streets of Georgia looking for some bread. But what I want to know is, how did the zombie originate? Andrew, you being our historian tonight, I'd like you to talk to us about that.
They started in Africa, and witches casted voodoo spells on people to make them her slaves. So she hypnotized them.
All right, so they were still living?
Yeah.
So they weren't like undead, the things we know today, no? So, Paul, you being our pop culture historian, when would you say this changed?
This changed, I think, during the 60s, 50s when George Romero made Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead, one of the great sci-fi cult classics, where the zombies are first depicted as the undead strolling around looking for brains.
Walker's flesh eaters. You know.
And Joseph, you being our graphics novel experts, how has this changed in recent years with graphic novels such as The Walking Dead? It has become, would you say, more violent, more gory?
Yeah, more violent. They got depicted as pale skin, deceased, walking around, blood dripping out of their mouths, and just eating everything they can see.
So, as I understand it, I used to read graphic novels as a kid. I loved them, but I never really read The Walking Dead because I grew up with stuff like Night of the Living Dead. So, as I understand it, from the Night of the Living Dead, you became a zombie by being bitten by a zombie. Is this true in The Walking Dead?
Yes, it is.
It is. And it's a virus, am I correct? So how does this virus work?
Well, the virus, it spreads through a bite or a scratch or just contact with blood.
All right. Oh, did you hear that? It is time for the commercial break. We'll see you in about 5 minutes.
Taco Bell!
Welcome back to Zing's Apocalypse. We have with us Paul Woods, Joseph Evans, an empty chair who I mistook for the ghost of Archduke Ferdinand. And with us now is our special guest star, Stuart Brown, star of a very recently made zombie movie short from a local high school in Paris, Kentucky. Now, as I understand it, Stuart, you were a zombie in this new short film. Am I correct in this assumption?
Yes.
It's fantastic. So how did you prepare for this role as a zombie?
Well, there are several things. First, I would suggest maybe learning about the history of the zombie and then studying the way it walks and acts, its behavior and such.
Could you give us an example? Maybe stand up, walk around in front of the camera.
The zombies walk with their hands mostly usually out, and they have a little bit of limp to them, like this or something.
I see you're sort of dragging your foot.
Yes, that they do drag their foot because zombies, you see, when they're dead, their limbs aren't
what they
used to be, basically. Yes, and their skin is decomposed and rotting.
So everything is, so it's like the after stages of rigor mortis where everything is just kind of going limp.
Yes.
All right. And now Chair, who I mistook to be the ghost of Archduke Ferdinand. Do you have anything to say about zombies?
Wow.
Whoa.
That's
wow.
so. That is so deep. Which side? Paul.
Sit down. Calm down.
It's okay. That was uncalled for. Chair, who I mistook to be the ghost of Archduke Ferdinand. Why did you have to do that? It was just such a fun night. Next week on Zing's Apocalypse, we will be talking about the Twilight Zone. Thanks so much for coming on, Paul.
Thank you very much.
Joseph. Chair. Stuart. And Ralph.